So, Baba, it's been a pleasure getting to know you the past couple of days, and you know, it's been an honor as well to just connect with, somebody who's been able to really live their life's passion, and for you playing the Mbira and really revolutionizing it as well with the chromatic Mbira. I think that's something we really want to share.
Oh, so you want to play too, eh? Is that it? You want to play?
A voice calling from within our core.
What are we here for? We realize that our power lies
in how we live our lives
and how we choose to show up.
So we choose to show up as rooted crowns, and this is our living prayer. Birth from the earth,
on a path to reclaim our name,
nature, ancestral medicine to heal our home. We sow this prayer in our bodies between many hands and upon our land.
in direct response to self-hate, forced scarcity, and climate change.
But it's simple for real. We plant food forests and concrete jungles,
Inspiring youth to lead us out this struggle.
nourishing our bodies as living proof.
Sharing all we do to amplify this truth.
Yeah, we documenting it all.
Bringing it to you so you can feel this call in person, online.
Yeah, we standing tall, rooted crowns. Let's rock with it, y'all. Introducing Baba Jomo.
Baba Jomo, long-term friend of my dad, my father, Baba Kareem.
World-class musician, originator of the chromatic Mbira.
You are such an important person. Yes, you are so important in this world. You have so much work to do, and we are blessed to have you with us. Yes, we are.
He started snoring before his eyes closed. He opened his eyes.
So, what we had to say to you is Mwangaza. Mwangaza.
Mwangaza.
That means we give you light, and that's what you bring to us. Look, it's
Yeah.
Look at that. Mwangaza. Mwangaza.
So could you share a little bit about what is a chromatic Mbira and what makes it so special?
Yeah. Well, first we'll start from the traditional, where it came from.
Yes.
Most people here in this country call this kalimba, but this is not kalimba. This instrument is part of the lamellophone family.
Lamellophone.
Lamellophone is any instrument that you strike. Any like a piano is a lamellophone, and all these different instruments are anything that you strike with a hammer or with your thumb.
So
is plucked.
a balafone, would that be in the same family?
Yeah, balafone is a lamellophone.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in the family of lamellophone. The name Mbira is indigenous to the instruments from southern Africa, from Zimbabwe in particular. And it's called Mbira because Mbira is a festival. It's an ancestral worship festival. It's called Mbira, B-I-R-A. And this instrument is called Mbira. Not Mbira. People say M. It's Mbira.
Mbira.
Yeah. And so now it's become like a generic name, because the name kalimba was invented by during the time of the apartheid regime in South Africa. The Mbira festivals sometimes take 3 or 4 days, and you have a number of Mbira players who are playing constantly during the whole
music
thing.
doesn't stop.
Music doesn't stop.
Wow.
When somebody tires, he drops out, somebody else comes in. So you have a whole troop, and it's just a continuous troop. Just this Mbira music and dancing.
And is the Mbira music accompanied with other instruments, or is it just straight Mbira?
There's one instrument, it's a shaker called a hosho. It's that's the tempo, and they play. Every culture in Africa has their own Mbira, their own instruments. It's called sanza some places, it's called kimbe, it's called ubo, there's a lot of different names.
Yeah, from West Africa to
all
South
across.
to
Yeah.
East,
This
North.
particular one right here is actually from Tanzania, and it's a sanza. It's part of the sanza family, and it comes from the Gogo people of Tanzania, and it's what I would consider a tourist version of their instrument.
Okay.
But this is the most amazing instrument I have. This is my spirit caller. Yeah. And from that, this is also from Tanzania, and it's the same one, but you see, I changed the shape of it,
Okay.
so I could
So you
play
can
it
hold it.
chromatically. I could hold it better. I can get
Yeah.
it inside. Because when it was out here like this, I could hardly get my fingers in there.
Right.
But this way, I can get it in.
Did that change the sound when the shape changed?
Yeah. Didn't change the sound.
Hitting his button.
It's a,
There's so
But
much
this
more
is-
range of notes and
yeah, and this is basically, you'll find that most African instruments are tuned pentatonically, because that's a spiritual healing key. It's
That scale?
It's scale, yeah.
Yes.
And
I always
and
love
it's-
pentatonic.
Yeah, the pentatonic is tuned to the chakras and to the everything, you know. And and the music is modal because we are rhythmic, we are cycle, we're circular, you know. So the music that they play is modal. And what it does, it captures the brain, the mind, and then gets the mind out of the way so that you can exist and you can come out, because the mind is just a computer. So what it does, it captures the mind, throws it out the way, and then your body is captured by the modal rhythm, and then it can do healing. You know, it can create. What it does, it doesn't do healing. What it does is it makes your body remember what its true state is. It makes it go back to where it's supposed to be. Unless, like I was saying the other day, that every organ in the body has a different keynote.
Yeah.
And when you get sick, when that organ gets sick, it's because it's out of tune. And it's always been the job of the musician to tune up everybody, to keep them from getting, really badly sick.
Yeah.
So the musician knows the different
So would
keys of the
would like a healing prescription involve music? Like
Yes.
like in these traditions where the Mbira is used, for healing is like when the healer goes, is another musician like accompanying the healer, or is the healer the musician?
The healer is the last person you have to go to. If you get sick, that's when you go to the healer.
Okay.
The musician's job is to keep
prevention.
everybody. It's
Right.
prevention, right. And when you just get a little loud, like when you've been out working all day and you come in, that's why they have the village gathering at the end of the day. Everybody's out of tune. So the musician just tunes everybody up a little bit,
Wow.
That's beautiful.
Soon to be on the market.
Stay
Stay
tuned.
tuned
Do
for
you have
that.
anywhere, like a website or anything?
Well, right now, I'm on CD Baby. I've got an album there.
Nice, okay.
And I'm on SoundCloud.
Okay.
And so I'll send you guys.
Yeah,
things.
send us the link.
Yeah,
We'll put it in the
definitely.
description.
Yeah.
See the description below for the links.
This is a Thai basil and spearmint tea that we
Tulsi
Grew.
basil.
Tulsi basil, yeah, and spearmint that we grew in the garden out front. It's not very strong. That's refreshing.
Good.
And it's so good for mitigating inflammation and what else?
Yeah, it's what's called an adaptogen. So it's a harmonizing plant.
So they say it's like one of the most magic plants for diabetes. Like in India, they say you don't have a garden if you don't have Tulsi basil growing or something like that.
where they plant tulsi at, like, they call it holy basil because they'll plant it by the temples. Like every temple you'll see have like a big. Over there it's not
It's not an annual.
It's not an annual, so it's over here it grows one season and dies. Over there it keeps going because it's tropical. It turns into like a tulsi tree almost, and they'll have.
It gets woody.
Well, it just gets big like a bush, you know.
We have a lot of seeds. If you want to take some.
Yeah,
we have so many seeds. I love how abundant like nature is. I mean, we put I think 3 tulsi in that garden, and there's 50. Like there's so many. I can't believe it. I'm sorry.
Well, there's only like 4 plants, but they turned it. They just grew so much.
They grew so much. It's like the most proliferous. That word, prolific plant in our garden right now.
Proliferous.